Hello there. It is Sunday? It is Sunday. You know what that means. Welcome on in. Days of the week mean absolutely nothing at this point. Welcome on in. My name is Kira Kennedy. We are live with Pokemon Violet Shiny Hunting as we continue our little Masuda Roulette. As it's been... Well, I'm not the one that coined the phrase. I'm pretty sure someone else called it that when they started realizing you could hunt multiple... Ooh, this is like almost all Froakies, this batch right here. How y'all doing today? Yeah, for those of you who missed the tweet and the post on the Discord, which, by the way, if y'all have not yet, definitely go, It work? Huh. Could have worked. Oh, they... Wow, okay. So... Okay, yeah, it's a bit of a lag on the restream end of things, but... for those of you who have not yet, definitely go join our Discord community. Starting in June, basically going to be alternating streams between Twitch and YouTube. Yes, I'm going back to Twitch. But, yeah, I was talking about this last night. I just determined Kick is not for me. It seems like it's more for people who play like a lot of FPSs, a lot of online FPSs and TP and third-person shooters, first-person shooters and third-person shooters. In addition to obviously the hot tub meta and the gambling streams, it seems very much so like it's not a good place for someone who's not playing those kinds of games to stream. So, I don't know, maybe if it gets better, I'll try it again at some point, but I'm not gonna try again until it gets a more seamless integration with Restream's chat, where it's not just read-only. Also, breaking in a new controller today, this is I think I said this before, this is the Ghoulie Kit King Kong Pro. So the King Kong Pro 2. It's, basically a wireless Switch controller with the it's got the buzzword Hall effect style joysticks, but you know, I just wanted to try something a little different because you know, my old Hori GameCube controller is fine, but I kind of wanted to upgrade my controller for a while, and this one, it does still technically have a turbo button function, but it's a little different from how it would have been used before. And there's no mappable back buttons, but I very rarely use that option anyways. Yeah, I decided, like, maybe it is better just... I think I went a little too nuclear with the Twitch option there by just, like, completely cutting myself off from Twitch. And I think I'm better off just, splitting the work between YouTube and Twitch. Maybe do the shiny hunting streams on Twitch, and then any other streams, like, and then the Kingdom Hearts streams, no, the non Pokemon related streams, and then any competitive streams we'll probably do on YouTube. The time running in and out of time. Hear the ticking of the countdown clocks tonight. Gonna see. Text my dad real quick. Ah, yes, Pokemon, yes. How you doing, Max? Yeah, I was just going over, what we were talking about last night about stepping away from Kick and how I didn't think it was for, It's probably just better for me if I split my time between YouTube and Twitch. Oh, Pokemon. I just realized that said Pokemon. The Pokemans. Yes, which was how pretty much like every adult pronounced it when the when the franchise first started. Every step you take, I'll be watching you. So I am still using Restream as kind of a buffer for the hosting, for the stream, but I'm mostly just using it for the chat at this point. It's just easier than it's just easier that way. I think as long as I'm not streaming on YouTube and Twitch at the same time, so like I remember to switch switch the source beforehand. It's also a lot easier to do it that way. I think where like there's literally just there's a dock in Streamlabs where I can just switch to the channel. Sorry, not in Streamlabs. Through Stream Elements on OBS where I could just switch the source easily. I just have to remember to put in commands for the Twitch, put in buttons for the Twitch commands once it starts. Also, I should probably swap out my eggs. Can't you see you belong to me? What's that? Okay, I forgot what I was gonna say. How you doing, Max? Ended up getting busy last night. Phrasing. That was the last 45 minutes or so of Birth by Sleep. Brig is a dick. I do not... I think I might hate Braig more than I hated Vexen. Wound up talking to Lands after stream, and he said, like, the keys to learn how to counter his bolts. But yeah, I think I had like... Yes. I think I had like 5 or 6 attempts before I said fine, like, screw it. Because, like, I was already angry from the Trinity armor. I think you probably left just before I finally beat... Oh no, I think you were there when I beat him. So you saw how angry the Trinity armor made me. Braig, it didn't make me that mad, but I was at the point where I was like, okay, it is 12:15. I still haven't beaten this thing. I'm getting angry. I need to walk away now. I need to walk away for the night. I don't think the pizza's here. I tried ordering a pizza for dinner. They sent us the entirely wrong pizza. The place I ordered from. Now, this is a place that I used to order from. I order from a lot, but the last few times I've ordered from them, they've always forgotten. They've always messed up something. They messed up something with the order. The last few times I've ordered from them, like the last 2 times, they forgot the drinks I ordered, and then this time, they like I said, they just sent the entirely wrong pizza. Yeah, I also went on longer than usual. Yeah. I mean, you would have probably headed off like about a half hour after a half hour before I went off the air. So yeah, I was like, I think I went like 4 hours and 20 minutes. Nice. Oh yeah, I added in the music from Scott Pilgrim, the game, onto my Spotify playlist. One thing I will say about this new controller, it's a bit smaller than the GameCube controller, but even though it's smaller, it feels a lot more comfortable. I guess because it's got like a weird texture to it on the back. What's this? Oh. It's Bad Apple. So, like I said, one thing I'm gonna have to do in heading into July 31st, probably do this ahead of time, is make sure I get the Twitch command buttons back on my Stream Deck, so that I can have those on standby. The original Birth by Sleep. That explains the graphics. I was thinking it was either like a PSP game or a 3DS game, because I think Dream Drop Distance was originally on the 3DS. Which is weird that Dream Drop Distance isn't included in the HD collection. Unless it's part of Recoded. I think I might need to swap out my... Oh, yep. What was the question? I was saying, Dream Drop Distance, the graphics on it looked like it was either off of the PSP or the 3DS. And, like, I know that Dream Drop Distance was on the 3DS, and I was wondering why if Dream Drop Distance was part of Recoded, or if there was like another package it was part of. Ugh, God, this button is really sensitive. This ZR, this right trigger is really sensitive on this controller. Oh, this is Halloween. Okay. Ooh, this works really well as a metal song, or as a hardcore song. I guess it'll be more metal. Because sometimes when Jonathan Young does the metal style covers, it doesn't always hit the mark. This is one of those that it really works. Like, usually when he does Disney stuff, it works better as pop punk or hard rock. This is good as a metal song. I think because This Is Halloween has that kind of gothic theme to it anyways. And gothic just lends itself very well to metal. More than you know, pop punk. Dream Drop is part of the 2.8 final chapter prologue. Okay. So that's the next game I gotta get once the money is there. Yeah, again, I didn't know if Recoded was like its own game, because I know Recoded is one of the only two that's not an actual game. It's more of just like the cutscenes as kind of like a Cliff Notes summary of the game. I wonder who told me that. I know we're only about like 20 minutes into the stream so far, but I might need to take a quick little break to go down and get myself something to eat. So like once I finish this batch, I'm gonna do that real quick. Yeah, Recode is essentially a clip show. Yeah, I think what was the other one that was part of that? It was what led into. I think it was what led into Kingdom Hearts 2. Because like it was like right between Kingdom Hearts 2 and Rechain of Memories, where essentially I guess it kind of fills in the gaps. Yeah, 358 over 2 days. Yeah, it fills in the gaps of Roxas's story. And I'm assuming Birth by Sleep is what's going to explain why Roxas looks so much like Ventus. Because, like, the intro of that game implied that Sora and Riku are going to be met at some point. Like, maybe this is the birth of Organization 13. Because I know Xemnas, it's not Xemnas, Xehanort. It'll explain at some point? Fair enough. Yeah, I think you even said it would explain. Kill the client. I think that was the last egg. Yeah, that was the last egg. Okay, I'm gonna take a quick little break to go get some pizza, and I will be right back.
Tell everybody I'm on my way. New friends and new places to see. With blue skies ahead, yes, I'm on my way. And there's nowhere else that I'd rather be. Tell everybody I'm on my way. I'm loving every step I take. With the sun beating down, yes, I'm on my way. And I can't keep this smile off my face. 'Cause there's nothing like seeing each other again. No matter what the distance between. And the stories that we tell will make you smile. Oh, it really lifts my heart. So tell them all I'm on my way. New friends and new places to see. And to sleep under the stars, who could ask for more? With the moon keeping watch over me. Not the snow and not the rain can change my mind. The sun will come and wait and see. And the feeling of the wind in your face, it lifts your heart. Oh, there's nowhere I would rather be. I'm on my way. There's nowhere that I'd rather be. Oh. Yeah. Tell everybody I'm on my way. And I just can't wait to be there. With blue skies ahead, yes, I'm
Okay, we are back. Sorry. Let's go ahead and swap out our eggs, but honestly, playing Kingdom Hearts, it feels like this old parody, this old Doctor Who parody the BBC did in the 90s, for like a charity special. It was called The Curse of Fatal Death, and the one running joke was anytime the Doctor's assistant had a question, he would respond by saying, "I'll explain later," and he never explained later. Like, obviously Kingdom Hearts, they do kind of explain it later, but...
This song's called Dinosaur Laser Fight.
I didn't realize this was a live acoustic performance. Like a maze with no... Yeah, that sounds about right. Like, you saw a TikTok I posted on the Discord about Xehanort, right? I was just like, Kingdom Hearts is fun, Kingdom Hearts is simple. Kingdom Hearts. There's like 20 Xehanorts, and some of them are kind of Xehanort and some aren't. Also, one of them is Xemnas. Hell yeah! It's a classic dinosaur laser fight. I remember messaging Galactic, I was like, how many damn Xehanorts does this series have? Hell yeah! It's a goddamn dinosaur laser fight.
In space with sharks, just a motherfucking dinosaur laser. It's fucking science. Just ask Albert Einstein. He invented space. And a bunch of fucking aliens from Mars showed up all ripping solos on V-neck guitars. Dino sharks and robots saw the aliens, so they killed them with lasers. Holy shit. And then they had a giant laser party. A dinosaur laser party. Holy shit. It's fucking science. It's fucking science. Laser party.
Sorry, I'm kind of being a little quiet while I'm having my pizza, but yeah. Like, it's weird how bizarre the Kingdom Hearts lore is, right?
Thank you so much. We love you. Lots of love to you in your homes. I hope you enjoy a delicious beverage and snack while you watch this. Goodbye.
Funny, he says that while I'm having pizza and drinking a bottle of Coke. Now, I wonder how much it cost Jonathan Young to do a cover of this. Because Europe, the band who sings this song, The Final Countdown, the royalties they charge on this are ridiculous. Like at Forbidden Door, Bryan Danielson, if you watch WWE, you would have known him as Daniel Bryan. He came out to this because this was his song on the Indies. And Tony Khan, the president of AEW, said basically playing this for one night and being able to play it in perpetuity for all replays cost about as much as a excuse me as it would to bring in a new wrestler, essentially. Just ridiculous. There's 3 people in Kingdom Hearts. Xehanort, Sora, and not Xehanort or Sora. Yes. Xehanort, Sora, and everyone else. Hang on. There's 4 people. Xehanort, Sora, girl, and none of the above. You got Kairi, Aqua, Naminé. All sack. Would you be surprised to know everyone else category is the... That's scary. Because that would include all the Final Fantasy characters. And all the Disney characters. As well as, like, Organization 13, Riku, Kairi. Oh boy, that's gonna that's gonna be a weird thing to find out about when that happen whatever that is you're talking about comes up in the playthrough. Get up. There we go. Ice beam. That could be helpful. Excuse me. It's the final countdown. People call Xehanort daddy. I'm sorry, what? Man, I thought the My Hero Academia fandom was a horny fandom. Jesus. Actually, no, Final Fan... that actually shouldn't shock me now that I think about it, because I would argue that a lot of the Kingdom Hearts fandom are offshoots of the Final Fantasy fandom. Now, the Final Fantasy fandom is horny as fuck. There's a lot of people, but also, like, not really. So, like, what? Basically, like, there's a lot of clones of people, essentially. Like, you know, the 20 million Xehanorts there are in the series. Like, as of right now, three Soras that we know of in Sora, Roxas, and Ventus. Sorry, 4 Soras, because there's also Ventus's dark side, who's the dude in the mask, whose name I forgot. And oh no, I've gone cross-eyed. Lighted stage approaches the... No. Vanitas, thank you. Couldn't remember his name. Like, they only mentioned it a couple of times, and I think it was kind of one of those things where I just... Oh, no, it's a tadpole. Like, what the fuck is a... serious? You weren't even there a second ago, and now I'm staring at Mother Clucker's ass! Mask dude, yeah. Well, no. We got to the point where Xehanort's told Terra that Mask dude's name is... That's, you know... Mask dude's name is Vanitas. He claims he's responsible for the creation of Vanitas. The Shylands. I have no hope to lie. Can't pretend a stranger is a long-awaited friend. Vanitas. Ah, okay. Vanitas. Alright. Vanitas. Vanitas. Gotcha. Thank you for correcting me, Max. I'm pretty sure they said... I could have sworn I heard them say Vanitas, but... Yeah, Vanitas. But yeah, they weren't exactly bringing in their A game when naming Ventus's dark side, because I mean, it's literally just like a couple extra syllables. So it's like literally an extra syllable. That's the difference. It's an extra syllable. Instead of Ventus, it's Vanitas. They like literally added an E. That's like they literally added an E in the middle to make it 3 syllables. That's the only difference between them in name. And I'm sure there's gonna be like some Kingdom Hearts fans like, oh hey, you don't insult Nomura and stuff. I mean, look, I'm not insulting Nomura. I'm not. The fact that I'm at least getting drawn in with the story shows that, you know. Why are you looking up? Oh, because I'm... Right, that would make sense. Let's put aside the alien. Oh, yeah, with the... where they just rearranged the names and put an X in the middle? For everyone except for Xemnas? Who I think is the nobody of somebody named Xemnas, who's the clone of Xehanort? I don't know, it makes my head sad trying to think about it. Wait, since Riku technically also became Xemnas, would that make Riku a clone of Xehanort? Well, that just opens up a whole nother can of worms, doesn't it? Yeah. And the only reason I know about the rationale behind Organization 13's names is because that's where Glax's name came from. I remember you were very mad at Glax when I told you that's how I knew about it. Well before they really went into it. I mean, I think Kingdom Hearts 2 actually does kind of go into it a little when they show Roxas joining the organization, but... Uh-oh, I think that's... Area 0? Yeah. Ah, screw it, we're going down in an earlier round. Sugar, we're going down swinging. That's good. That's good. Whee! Xemnas is indeed a prick, yes. Which Xemnas, though? Are we talking Xemnas who, Xemnas the nobody, or Xemnas the actual person who's also possibly related to Xehanort, who's... I've gone cross-eyed again. Arthur's shining out while you're cross-eyed. It really is. I even... Oh, hello. It's actually a miracle I didn't run into anything sooner. There's only one Xemnas? Wasn't one of the Weren't there two Xemnases and one of them was a nobody? Oh, Ansem. Never mind. It's Ansem then. There's two Ansems. Sorry, I forgot. Xemnas is Ansem's nobody. I completely forgot about Ansem. Which would mean that Riku became Ansem. You can forgive me for confusing Amnis and Ansem and Xemnas, though. Begging you to touch and go. Highway to the danger zone. Gonna take you right into the danger zone. There's only one Xemnas, but he's one of the many Xehanorts, if I remember correctly. Ansem, Seeker of Darkness, the villain of Kingdom Hearts 1, and Xemnas, the villain of Kingdom Hearts 2. Right. Because there was another Ansem who was actually trying to stop Xemnas from reaching Kingdom Hearts. Nope. Nope. You can do until you get up as high as you can go. Yeah! Ah, crap baskets. Stupid giraffe rig. Yeah, it's weird though, because like I think Xemnas is the only nobody in Organization 13 that doesn't have the X in the middle of their name. Because you've got Axel, you've got Vexen, Larxene. I forget the rest. I'm assuming Brig actually has a nobody because he looks a lot like one of the last members of the organization I fought in Kingdom Hearts 2. Like I recognize those crossbows that he uses. Excuse me. Yeah, I'm just gonna stay in Area 0 because it's a little bit easier to kind of manage everything. I would say. Like he was like, I think the second last member of the organization I fought before, like outside of the absent silhouettes. Like I couldn't get past Marluxia. Which, again, his name, the X isn't exactly in the middle of his name, but, you know, still kind of in the middle. It's not like directly at the front or at the back, at the start or end of his name. better leave all you can. You wanna be a man, you wanna stay alive, better do what you can. So beat it, just beat it. And that you're not scared, you're playing with your life, there's no truth. Yeah, they'll kick you, then they'll beat you, then they'll tell you it's fair, so beat it. Oops. Ah. Again, I think the sensitivity on this, I might have something to do with the fact I think this is meant more for, like... Nope. Watch out for the flamingo. The Corviknight. Hello. Ooh, free Comet Shard. Alright, no, that's another draft rig. Also, I think I need to swap my, yeah. Name the organization, 13 members. Yeah, I kind of remember most of them. There's Marluxia, there's Vexen, there's Larxene, Axel. There's the dude with the small sword that hits like a fucking truck. There's crossbow. There's dual wielding crossbow dude. There's the guy who traps you in cards, which I think is the dual wielding crossbow dude. There's Book Dude, who drove me nuts the first time I tried to beat him. Not as much as Vexen did, but still quite a bit. I can only name like a handful of them actually by name. I mean, if you wanna like just to refresh my memory on which one's which. I really wish they didn't have to constantly show me their Pokedex entries. Let me ask you this. Who do you think our next starter? Watching Zelfa EQ, MTQ Capture, Arthur, Savix, Matsui Sekai, Asmongold, Shaka Productions, YouTube's videos, YouTube's recommended viewer streams. Oh, hey, Itachi! Oh, thank you very much. Thank you very much for joining in. Like a very random way to say hi, but hello, welcome on in. Glad to see I'm actually starting to get some recommendations out there, so that's good. Excuse me? You're being very rude. Very rude indeed. Very rude indeed. Zemnis, Zigbar, I'm guessing that's to do with the sword. Zaldin, I think that's to do with the book. Vexen, Lexaeus, Zexion, Sakes, Axel, Demix, Luxord, Marluxia, and Larcene. Okay. I remember some of them. Like, again, I think Zigbar was the guy with the half-length, with, like, the sword that looked like it was supposed to be, like, 3 times bigger than it actually was. Let me actually see if I can recognize most of those. Zexion has the book, Zigbar has the dual swords. Swords. Okay. Daddy, don't you know what you are? Hard as fuck on the inside. Everybody knows the best, but never. Let me just check this. Hang on. Okay, let's see how many of these I actually... I think I did run into Zoldan once and I couldn't beat him. Axel I knew about. Roxas I knew about. Zion I don't think I met. Lexaeus I think was... No. Lexaeus I might have faced him in... Zoldan has the spears. Best castle boss in Kingdom Hearts 2. Oh yeah, okay, I remember him. I remember him now. Okay, so... Lexaeus, I think I faced in Rechain of Memories. Daddy, don't you know that everyone feels weird on the inside? Okay. Sykes, I don't think I actually faced. Luxord, I don't think I faced. Zigbar. Yeah, Zigbar. Zigbar was the guy I was thinking of, with the dual crossbows. Which, looking at his name, kind of confirms my suspicion that he is in fact Braig's nobody. But yeah, I remember Zoldan now. Like, he wasn't the absent silhouette, but he was, like, one of the few organization members I had faith. Wait, hang on. Which one... Which organization member had the guitar and kept saying, "Dance, water, dance"? Was that Zexion? No, Zexion has the book. Never mind. That would have been... Demix? Would that have been Demix? Zexion had the book. Zoldan... I think the only organization member I didn't face at any point between Kingdom Hearts 2 and Rechain of Memories was Saix. I did at least see him though. Like, I think he was talking to Xemnas. I recognize the X scar he has between the eyes. Come on, you are a star tonight. Okay, Luxord was the guy with the cards. So I did actually fight him. I was actually looking at a picture with them with all the with their weapons. Yeah, I think the only one I didn't actually fight was Saix. Oh, I do fight Saix in Kingdom Hearts 2? Is he an absent silhouette? Because there's a chance I might not have actually. Before you fight Xemnas. Oh, okay, I think I remember him now. I might remember him now. Maybe not. Oh, wait, no, I do remember him. He was in that kind of little onslaught of he was in that onslaught of organization members that weren't in the absent silhouettes. It's like Vexen, Luxord, Marluxia's, Zexion and Larxene. Those were absent silhouettes. I remember them. Lexaeus, I can't remember if I faced him. I might have. I definitely did face him in Kingdom Hearts Rechain of Memories. Along with Larxene. That's me. Oh, I remember at least seeing him in Rechain of Memories. Watch out, here I come. You spin me right round, baby, right round. Like a record, baby, right around, round, round. Spin me right round, baby, right round. Record, baby, right round, round, round. Yeah, okay, Demix is the guy with the guitar. Look like you open up your loving arms, watch out, here I come. You spin me right round. Right. Oh wow! Whole box of Froakie there, not a single one was shiny. You look like you're lots of fun. Open up your loving arms, watch out. Oh, baby, right round like a record, baby, right round, round. You spin right, oh, baby, right round like a record, right round, around. I'm lost. Where did I? Ah! Ah, shit. I don't think I faced Zion. I don't even know if that's how you pronounce her name. Like, she's the only... Like, I'm guessing that was probably something either... That was probably something from 358 over 2 days. Ah, for fuck's sake. Fuck off, you little bastard! No videos, sub to 2 channels. Okay, so it's not like a bot account. Probably not someone who uses a lot of... Sorry, I was looking at that. I was looking into the channel that posted that weird... The person that posted that weird comment. And just, I don't know. Making sure it wasn't a bot or something. Yeah, it's been a minute since I played Kingdom Hearts 2, so you'll forgive me for not remembering every single organization member I fought. Because I'm pretty sure... Like, I know Marluxia was one of the only ones I wasn't able to beat in the game. But I can't remember if I faced any of the... I couldn't remember if... Alright, Chain of Memories guide. I'm looking at the Chain of Memories guide really quick to see if... Walk through. Axel. To see if there's anything. Oogie Boogie. Larcene, I remember facing her. Neverland. Again. All of Bastion. Vexen. Okay, yeah, this is about where I stopped. Oh wait, no, Twilight Town. And then it was Vexen. Maybe? No, it wasn't. Marluxia is the final boss of Chain of Memories. Yeah. I never got there, because I couldn't make it past the Vexen fight. But he's also an absent silhouette in Kingdom Hearts 2. He was, I think, the only absent silhouette I couldn't beat. I think the only one I can't remember facing was Larxeus. I might have faced him, but I can't remember. Like, I definitely remember, I kind of maybe remember seeing him. Vexen, yeah. Because, like, even his absent silhouette was such a pain in the ass. Like, if he didn't spam his stupid ice attacks so often, it wouldn't be such an issue, right? Make sure we're... Yeah. No. Not right. I don't know. Fuck it, we'll just... But yeah, especially with the stupid card game mechanics, like Vexen was just such a pain because I couldn't keep track of both, right? Larxeus is in Riku's story in Chain of Memories. Okay, so I never got to him. Yeah. I definitely do remember seeing him, but I don't remember, but I never fought him, clearly. So clearly he wasn't in Kingdom Hearts 2. But I'm guessing he never really makes it past the story with Riku in Chain of Memories then. Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay, so that Iron Treads is kind of standing on nothing. Ah, crap. Who put that wall there? Or... Oh, I think all my eggs are hatched. God, Marluxia must have been such a pain in the ass to do in Chain of Memories just because of, like, he was a pain in the ass to fight when I didn't have to worry about managing a deck of cards. Like, you put him up against fucking... Put him up against the goddamn, you know... You gotta constantly search through your hand to make sure you have something to counter. God, he would have been a friggin' nightmare to deal with. Next batch is ready to go. Okay. Dreams of tomorrow. Oh, boy. I'm actually curious, like, to see what the Marluxia boss fight would have looked like. But I'll look it up after stream. Excuse me. I'm actually surprised I haven't run into a single Iron Valiant up here. One nation controlled by the media. Nation of hysteria. It's going out America. I'm still curious as to, like, what these runes here are all about. Like, if this is something that's gonna get brought up in either, either Hidden Treasures of DLC, Hidden Treasure Surveyor Zero deals. I can't English. Time, but I always had a vision, always had hope. Oh, there's an Iron Valiant. Always had a vision, in a million, always had hopes. Mama said. Everything, wanted everything. Mama said. Everything, wanted everything. Mama said, it's a little complicated. All tied up. I'd hate to see you wasted. I have high hopes for a living. Stars, but I make a killing. It never down, but I always had a vision. Always have high hope. Had to have high hopes for a living. Didn't have a now, but I always had a vision. Always gonna be that one in a million. Always had high hope. Right? Yeah, okay. Wanted everything, wanted everything. Stay up all night, eyes down on myself. Don't give up. A little complicated, all tied up. Don't give up. And I hate to see you waited. I love how you can basically do the Akira slide in this game. Make a killing. But I always had a vision. Always have high hopes. Always have high hopes for living. But I always had a vision. I was gonna be that one in a million. Always have high hopes. Ooh, speaking of which, well, speaking of nothing, I actually. Well, I was out getting some stuff today, including some hair ties, so that I could for the dual hunting streams, instead of relying on the rubber band from my phone cradle. I had Pokemon Go running because I have a Pokemon Go Plus now, and you're not gonna believe what I randomly ran into while I was on my way to the dollar store. I got... see if I can find it. It'll be down somewhere. Ah, here it is. I got... Shiny Blitzel in Pokemon Go. So now all I need is Zebstrika, and that line is done. And since Blitzel is also going to be in the DLC... Alright, let's see if I can find... Okay. I'm gonna watch the fight with Marluxia while I'm doing this. Pop out chat for a sec. Alright. Wait, who's nominated nobody of? Maybe Aqua? That's the only thing I could think of. I'm assuming it's a spoiler, so yeah, don't answer it if you don't want to spoil me. But the only thing I can think of is that she's either she's got to be a nobody of Aqua, which is weird because then that would imply that Terra had a nobody. But yeah, between Naminé, Kairi, and Aqua. Big chain of memories, right. But it revealed Naminé was a nobody. It was revealed in Kingdom Hearts 2 that Naminé was a nobody, right? But it's cause I know that feels. Yeah, it's very weird that Riku winds up wearing the same outfit that Vanitas wore. That can't be a coincidence. I just realized that. I mean, I didn't just realize. I think I mentioned it the other day, or last night when I was streaming the game, but. Unless Riku and Sora are both somehow connected to Ventus specifically. It's a different outfit. Riku wears purple. It's kind of the same, though. At the tears that ain't coming, or the moment of truth in your eyes, when everything feels like the movies. Yeah, you play it just to know you're alive, and I don't want the world to see me, 'cause I don't think that they'd understand when everything's meant to be broke. That's interesting. Doesn't look like Marluxia would have used any slights as far as I can... Oh no, he uses some slights. You just have to dodge them, essentially. All you need to know is that as of the end of Kingdom Hearts 2, all 12 main Organization 13 members got... Yeah! That makes sense. Because it seemed like they were kind of on their last legs when I was heading in to fight Xemnas. No. Yeah, Xemnas. Not all by Sora, but yeah. Yeah, because at least one of them, I think at least one of them got beat by Roxas. No, I beat Axel. I remember that. I beat Axel, and then he kind of, I guess, died helping me get to the world that never was. Not the world that never was. The world of Organization 13, whatever the fuck it's called. I can't remember what it's called now. And I don't want the world to see me, 'cause I don't think that they understand. And when everything needs to be broken, I just want you to know who I am. I want you to know who I am. I just want you to know who I am. Like one of the few harmonies I can actually get fairly right. That's like one I get from, Newfound Glory did a cover of this song, and that's kind of where I got the harmonies from. I think that's... Oh, I got 2 more eggs. But yeah, it seems like they're also starting to roll out Pokemon Sleep. I'm just occasionally checking back to the Google Play Store to see if it's available yet. Cerebi says they're starting to roll it out to Canada. It's not like Pokemon Go where they waited a month to roll it out and you had to install the APK if you wanted to get it early. Like, that's actually how I installed Pokemon Go on my phone. When you can't help but follow, when you can't live in the life, hanging at your heart, from the yes, if you oh, you may never know. I'm just trying to think off the top of my head who was the bulk of the characters I can think of from Organization 13 were beaten by Sora. The only one I can maybe think of is Larxeus, because of Riku. You mentioned Riku fought him in the rebirth story, rebirth story from Rechain of Memories. Tomorrow, living on from the words of yesterday, living on, oh, you may never find your way. What? What, was it my rambling about who in the organization wasn't beaten by Sora? No. The one you said all 12 as of the end of Kingdom Hearts 2, all 12. Oh, no, I didn't. I didn't really. I skimmed it. I skimmed the wiki summary before I started Kingdom Hearts 2. Yeah, no. Whatever reason, that didn't go through. The only thing I could think of is maybe use the word spoilers, because I think that is... if spoilers might have been a word I banned, but I'll, if that's the case, I'll fix that. Because that's, I don't know. Basically, Axel axed off the other members of Organization 13 that Sora and Riku didn't. Okay, so Larxeus, Zion. Probably because my internet's... I mean, because it didn't say spoiler or anything. Ah, fair enough. Not Zion. Zion is weird. We'll get... Okay. Well... The only explanation I can think of there would be... Because, like, I know Zion, Axel, and Roxas were kind of all... I guess would have been all friends. So, like, maybe something happened to Zion, and that was Roxas. That was maybe something that helped tip Roxas away more towards leaving the organ. Wanna do it? Hi, Kevin. Yeah, I don't usually just randomly accept Union Circle invites from people just joining in. So, yeah, sorry. I don't usually do that, bud. Sorry. How are you doing? That's good to hear. Alright, let's see if we can... Oh, we probably got some time before these eggs hatch. Let's... Oh, no, that's the... Zion, Axel, and Roxas are friends. Yeah, that kind of makes sense. Because it seems like with a lot of the Kingdom Hearts games, there's kind of like this trio of friends. Like you have Riku, Sora, and Kairi. You have Terra, Ventus, and Aqua. And then Axel, Zion, and Roxas. Which is, it's kind of the standard thing with a lot of... You'll see that kind of a lot, where they'll kind of be a group of 3 friends. In media or literature. Like, the things I could think of are Harry, Ron, and Hermione, Percy, Annabeth, and Grover, and then Percy, Frank, and Hazel. What's his name? Piper, Leo, and Jason. Oh, I appreciate the offer, Kevin, but I've already got a shiny Eternatus. I don't really need another one. But thank you for the offer. Yeah, I got the shiny Eternatus when the GameStop codes were coming out. And like I said, even if I did, I already have a shiny Eternatus. Right here. Right there. But again, thank you for the offer. I have shiny Galarian Articuno as well. But yeah, I don't usually accept trade offers for free shinies, usually. Just, I prefer to get shinies myself because I'm a shiny hunter. Up that to... Nothing I can say to change that heart. Change that heart. To change. So many bright lights to cast a shadow. But can I speak? Is it hard? That's so. I am not afraid to keep on. I am not afraid to walk this world alone. But yeah, I got all 3 shiny Galarian birds last year when they were given as participation prizes for the international challenge. How's everyone else doing in chat tonight? Anything interesting happen during the week, or any plans for the upcoming week? I know I'm pretty much working 4 days in a row, and then I have hello. You? No. Pretty sure your eyes would be pink if you were shiny, but I'm gonna check. Whoops, I did it wrong. Oh well, easy way to check anyways. I am not afraid to walk this world alone. I'll be for you. Nothing you can say can stop me going home. Got nothing going on, really? Fair enough. Yeah. Like me, I've got some stuff I'm gonna take care of during the week. But aside from that, yeah, no, I've got work. I got some streams planned out for, Friday, Saturday. Well, I have the schedule already up on my Discord, which, of course, if you guys have not yet, it's a bit of a lag, but they should already be popping up on the. Does this? With words I thought I'd never speak. Sleep. Does this what I am next? And words I thought I'd never wait. Yeah, fade Going to Discord, pretty cool. Yeah, he does that. But they do that. I also occasionally will talk about wrestling. Because I'm a professional wrestling fan, in addition to, you know, Shiny Hunter, Pokemon streamer. I am starting to dabble a little in VGC, although not the greatest. And also, I am a terrible superhero. Unfortunately, we're gonna have to wait until Spider-Man 2 comes out on PC before I show off that part of my before I can kind of further explain that part of my. What do you mean early? No, sorry. Before it. Did I say early? Before it comes out on PC. We won't be able to see that until it comes out on PC, which is going to probably be about 6 months after it comes out on. Maybe even a year after it comes out on PS5. So this is streamed early? This stream early? No. No, it's like I start at 5 in the afternoon sometimes. Most of the time I tend to start at 8 or 9, but oh, yeah, talking about Kevin. Yeah. My bad. But yeah, no, this stream isn't early. It's like it's earlier than I usually stream, but because I work 4 days a week, usually the day before I go back into work, I'll stream in the afternoon instead of at night. The sky, yeah. What? Oh. Wondering why I was looking at Quaxley butt. Don't stop me now, having such a good time. Oh, don't stop me, wanna have a good time. Give me, oh, don't stop me now. Don't stop me now. Don't stop at all. Duck butt, yes. Duck butt, woo! Oh, oh, explode, running through the sky, yeah. 200 degrees, that's why they call it Mr. Fahrenheit. Traveling at the speed like one little hill. Don't stop me. Stop me. Stop me. Ooh, 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 ooh. Yeah, have a good time, good time. Actually surprised I haven't run into a random. I guess the oh no, the Blitzel I ran into while I was heading to the dollar store today, that might have taken all my shiny luck for the day. Now we're just gonna up this to 1360. Running through the sky, yeah, 200 degrees, that's why they call me Fahrenheit. Traveling at the speed of light. Don't stop me now, I'm having such a time. Never stop. What do I think? Chain of Memories aside, I do like how it's kind of... I do like kind of the combat system. You know, when bosses aren't spamming shit at you. Story is interesting. I kind of had a feeling heading into it that the story probably wasn't gonna blow me away like everyone always says it does, but it's fine. Want your bedroom, man? I mean, it's fine. I like that it's at least building the world. It's got some decent world building. Like the fact that, you know, you have those star charms that Terra, Ventus, and Aqua kind of have. They kind of tie into the... Do I have a favorite character? Not really. I know I don't like Donald. I've got it! I've got it! Clearly you fucking don't, Donald! So yeah, I don't really have a favorite character in particular. Like, there's nobody I would really say, like, I like this character, I'm really drawn into everything they do. I'm sure, you know, younger Kira, when the games were first coming out, would have probably been drawn to Riku in particular, because whatever reason I really like the emo characters in these games. Because I mistook being emo with being badass, I guess. And I want your revenge, you and me could write a romance. You revenge, you and me could write a romance. Got one more egg to hatch. Head up north, or head... Oh, it's over. Let's head... There we go. Go to Zapapico. We'll head to Lagtree Thicket and then the forest outside of the fighting squad base. It's actually interesting, you can't rematch against the, you can't face off against the members of Team Star in the Academy Ace tournament outside of just Penny. Oh, spoilers for Scarlet and Violet, although it's been 6 months at this point, so... I don't know, still say spoilers even though it's been 6 months. Hello? Where did you come from? I don't know where you came from, but I'm going to leave you be because I don't want to have to deal with you. Oof. Lagtree Thicket's extra laggy today. You're probably thinking to yourself, Ninja Sex Party awesome. We know, but thank you anyway. Holy crap. That leg, Jesus Christ. Well, maybe I can help you out. Clear up all of your confusing doubts.
Do you want sex with a ninja or sex with a guy like me? And although he is mysterious,
Don't you want a man who's
whose name is Dan and he's Jewish.
Huh, I never realized it was isolated. Oh, Jesus. For Fire.
One other thing. Everyone in the band
Okay, if this Buizel charges me, we're gonna have a problem. Oh, where's the Buizel? Nah, no worries. Welcome to the end of era. I've done my time and served my sentence. Watch me die. If it feels good, it tastes good, it must be mine. Dynasty decapitated, you just might see a ghost tonight. And if you don't know now, you'll know. I was saying, I think I don't really have a character I'm really attached to in the series. Though I think younger me would have probably been drawn into Riku, because for whatever reason I really liked the edgy emo characters when I was a kid. You know, like Sasuke, like Vegeta. Lavish mansions, vintage wines. Oh. Yeah, no, I answered that one. What I thought about Kingdom Hearts. Then you asked what my if I had a favorite character, and I don't. I don't really. I might wind up having to not use Restream and then just have to use browser sources for YouTube and Twitch chat if I want to keep them up there. I see what's mine and take it. Oh yeah, immortal kings are ruling castles, and liars that told to socket, switch and watch them run. Favorite character is obvious. Aqua? I remember you saying last night. I remember you calling her best girl last night. Which I remember my friend Dragonlord. He called Jessie from Final Fantasy VII best girl. See what's mine and take it. Oh yeah. Finders, keepers, losers, reapers. Ooh, okay. Dr. Wily's castle. Yeah, the delay in like when stuff gets posted to YouTube chat and when it gets put up in on Restream's chat, that's a massive. Aqua is one of them. Yeah, my favorite character is Sora. I mean, there's a reason why he's the main character, right? A lot of people like, there's nothing wrong with really having the main character of the story be your favorite character, right? No, it's like saying you know. I will never ever make fun of someone for being basic, because that's, you know. They'll at the Kingdom Hearts fans. Yeah, well, Kingdom Hearts fans also say you either play all the games or none of the games. They would have yelled at me for not finishing Rechain of Memories. Like, they're not the most insane fan base in the world. Like, not by a long shot, but yeah, no. Kingdom Hearts fans are kind of a little... Again, there are far worse fan bases out there than the Kingdom Hearts fan base. But... like the Star Wars fan base. Or the Star Trek fan base. Christ, heaven forbid you accidentally mention Star Trek Discovery. I think I might need to swap eggs. Yes, I might need to swap eggs. Or I need to swap eggs. Alright. I'm gonna take a quick little break to stretch my legs and go take my meds. I will be back in just a bit. Yes, the Pokemon fan base too.
This is Garnet, back together. And I'm never going down at the hands of the likes of you, because I'm so much better. And every part of me is saying go get her. The two of us ain't gonna follow your rules. Come at me without any of your fancy tools. Let's go, just me and you. Let's go, just one on two. Go ahead and try and hit me if you're able. Can't you see that my relationship is stable? I can see you.
Alright, we are back.
But I think you just mad 'cause you're single and you're not gonna stop what we made together. We are gonna stay like this forever. If you break us apart, we'll just come back newer, and we'll always be twice the gem that you are.
I am made for us. Love.
This is who we are, this is who I am. And if you think you can stop me, then you need to think again. 'Cause I am a feeling, and I will never end. And I won't let you hurt my planet, I won't let you hurt my friends. Go ahead and try hit me if you're able. Can't you see that my relationship is stable? I know you think I'm not something you're afraid of, 'cause you think that you've seen what I'm made of. Well,
I'm trying to remember. I don't remember much from Hyperforce, but wasn't Christina V's character, the Black Hyperforce Ranger, one of the only characters that actually died? Like, I get she was her character was a robot, but still. But yeah, hardcore DS Kingdom Hearts fans have seen like Riku, Birth by Sleep characters are the best. If you disagree with them, you get dogged on. Yeah, toxic fans are always going to be assholes. I mean, the fact that a certain wolf boy in the Pokemon fan community somehow still has relevance. Hyperforce, yeah. It kind of was. Like, they almost lost the Ranger in the first episode. If I remember correctly, he was also probably one of the older human characters they've had as a Ranger. It was fan fiction, but it was made canon. Because Hyperforce characters made it into Heroes of the mobile fighting game. Hyperforce Rangers are mentioned in the comics, but yeah, it's not, it can't be qualified as fan fiction because officially it is canon now. Like, the fact that Andre Meadows got to join in on the Blue Ranger panel the year after Hyperforce happened at Power Morphicon. So at the Power Morphicon after Hyperforce ended, kind of shows that officially Hyperforce is canon. Like, they even went out of the way to include, like, you know, the fact that you had, like, Aaron Cahill, Karen Ashley, you know, past Rangers actually appearing in the episodes as well, and taking part in the role plays as well. Instead of just having, instead of just having the GM voice those characters, like she did for every other character. Yeah, Christina V, right? She's also one of the few Rangers that were actually killed in action, if I remember correctly. I was mentioning this earlier. Although, you know, Kendrick's got better. I'm trying to think, like, besides... Yeah, the only other Ranger I could think of that, you know, that were essentially KIA was Trini at this, as of now, like, you know, who didn't, you know, magically get better because of the Morphin Masters, or... But, I mean, with Trini, there was an obvious reason why they had to basically write her out. For, So did Vesper. Vesper. Who's Vesper? I can't remember which Ranger Vesper was. Oh, okay. Vesper was the robot ranger that Christina V played. So it was kind of like Mac, essentially. It's basically the exact same way Mac's Mac's story ended in Overdrive. Like, probably one of the only shining parts of Overdrive was Mac's storyline, where it's like, oh yeah, turns out you're an android, and he's kind of... Like, as bad as Overdrive was, the whole Max and Android story was really well handled, I think. Even if they went the whole Pinocchio route afterwards. But yeah, he's another one. Vesper Hyperforce Black, right, okay. Well, again, to be fair, Vesper was a robot, so it is entirely possible he could have just... that she wasn't so catastrophically destroyed that they couldn't repair her. Is right? Vesper was an android or something? Or a cyborg? Kind of like Mac? Except Mac actually became human? All these words through my head, arm on fire, veins burning red, frustration getting bigger, bang, 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 pull my devil trigger, embrace the darkness that's within me. There's no way to contain this storm swelling inside me. Although you... Like, realistically, I think at this point, the only Ranger who was essentially KIA and not brought back was, for obvious reasons, was Tree. Like, I know Eric was originally supposed to be killed off in the Time Force finale, just like his Time Ranger counterpart, Naoto. But they wound up reshooting it to show that reshooting the final scene to show that he survived. Man, could you imagine the weight that would have added to the end of time, which is already probably one of my favorite finales Power Rangers has ever done? Can you imagine the amount of weight if Eric actually didn't survive? Just like Naoto? That's all the funny. If I remember correctly, I think Time Force and Wild Force was that weird era where they went like really close to the Sentai in terms of like keeping the story fairly similar, like a lot of the same plot points and stuff. Like, you know, a major difference being the episode where they introduced the Falcon Zord. In Gal Ranger, you know, 2/3 of the team are actually killed by Super Nazor. They're not just knocked out. You know, they didn't do that for obvious reasons of like, you know, you don't want to traumatize the kids by having the Rangers essentially brutally. Especially with how kid friendly Wild Force was in particular. I caught the Halucha off guard. I was nowhere near. I really wish they would fix that glitch of like you're running into a Pokemon when you're nowhere near it. Like, I think the only real episodes that kind of deviated from the plot of Gal Ranger when it came to Wild Force were probably Reinforcements from the Future and Forever Red. Because I know for a fact, Forever Red, they use Beetleborg's costumes for the villains. Like, Forever Red was, I think, one of the few, like, one of the few episodes that used just completely original footage. Before, you know, pre-Dino Fury. And, you know, obviously, Hyperforce Rangers are Marvin, Eddie, Jack, Chloe, Vesper, Joe. Right. Which is funny, too, because Hyperforce Red and Green are also the only two veteran... well, there are three veteran Power Ranger actors on the team, if you include Paul Schreier. But if you don't include the comics... Yeah, it was. Wild Force had its dark moments, but, you know, when you compare it to stuff, you compare it to, like, other seasons, like, it also went very, like, not as kid-friendly as the Nickelodeon seasons went, but still pretty kid-friendly. You know, like, like, the fact that story of the Animarius was the Animarium was a fairy tale, essentially. You know, the oversimplification of the environmental message, I felt like it was beating you over the head with a tree branch. When you give it to me. But yeah, those later Saban era... Those later era Saban... I can't even say later era, because... Like, from In Space to Wild Force, there were some really dark stories they went into. Right? Like with, Don't do it. Thank you. You know, what is it? With In Space, there was a scene where it was heavily implied that a kid was during the events of Countdown to Destruction. You know, with Lost Galaxy, you had the Magna Defender's son destroyed by Scorpius, and then the whole situation with... Also, yeah, Marvin and Joe are brothers in the story, as well as played by Sodaro Brothers IRL. One was a Ranger already. I'm pretty sure, actually, Hyperforce was happening just like while Ninja Steel was airing, because they mentioned Shattered Dimension. They tied Shattered Dimensions in, and if I remember correctly, Dimensions in Danger, the 25th anniversary episode was heavily implied by Shattered Dimensions. So I think technically they were working on Hyperforce after it had been filmed, and while Ninja Steel was still airing. I gotta take that cover. I guess Hyperforce was being aired while... Yeah. Because like I said, I think it was heavily implied that Hyperforce did kind of tie in a smidge to Shattered Dimensions. Or Shattered... Was it Shattered Dimensions or Shattered Grid? I can't remember what it was called. The Lord Drakon stuff. The Evil Tommy. And, you know... Yeah, just double check the dates. Yeah, it pretty much had to have aired around the same time, because this was also, again, when Shattered Dimensions was... Or, again, I can't remember if it was called Shattered Dimensions or Shattered Grid. The comic story with the Evil Tommy basically destroying... going to other dimensions to destroy Ranger teams. And take their powers. I think I might swap eggs. Shattered Grid. Okay. I couldn't remember what the story was called. Because I know Dimensions in Danger, again, was heavily influenced by that storyline. Obviously just not as grimdark. Now, holy fuck, the comics get grimdark. Like, there was a whole team of Rangers where, like, only 2 of them survived a battle. And they were only ever used once. You had like a whole team of Rangers in the 60s who basically went to the moon to stop apparently the Psycho Green from releasing Rita, from trying to release Rita from her dumpster before the 90s. Like, sorry, before the events of the 90s series, I should say. The original series. Let's just say that. The original series. Can we forget about the things I said when I was drunk? I didn't mean to call you that. I can't remember what was said or what was with me. Please tell me, please tell me what. And I'm sleeping with my clothes on. Came through the window last night, and you're gone, gone. No surprise to me, me. Every now and then, shit out of me. You know, stay away. Stay away. Thank you. It's crazy though to think that Shattered Grid was like 5 years ago now. And it seemed like such a huge deal at the time, and now it's like, oh yeah, that was a thing. Speaking of which, do we have an air date for when Cosmic Fury starts yet? No, it just says 2023. So jump off this Jersey bread. Please won't you push me for the last time? Let's scream until there's nothing left. So sick of playing, I don't want you anymore. The thought of you's no fucking fun. You no more, I'll be the one. You know? I don't think so. Yeah, no, it just, I googled it. It just says 2023. And like, they probably finished filming it well before the writer's strike started. So it's not necessarily like it's affected by the writer's strike. Especially since, like, I know there was a point where Power Rangers made an effort to not use union actors. Because, like, I know Eka Darville, when he did his appearance in Samurai, he had to use he had to do everything as a voiceover, and couldn't actually use his name because of a union issue. I could be wrong about them not using union actors though. I just know, what was it? I think Jungle Fury in particular had to use a lot of. I think Jungle Fury. Much as I love Jungle Fury, I think Jungle Fury was written by Scabs. Because that I think was during the last writer's strike. The Jungle Fury or Overdrive that was being worked on during the last writer's strike. If it was Overdrive that was worked on by Scabs, I'm gonna feel less shitty about it. But if it was Jungle Fury, God, I feel shitty about that because, like, again, that was worked on by Scabs. People who basically crossed the picket line. Told me think about it, well I did. Now I don't wanna feel a thing anymore. I'm tired of begging for the. I was right actually. This should be that should have been 1375. Imagine like a king someday. Sing the night without a ghost in the wall. Hour, 9 a.m. And I'm gonna be high as a kite by then. I miss the earth so much. I miss my wife. It's lonely out in space. On such a timeless flight. And I think it's gonna be a long, long time till touchdown brings me round again to find I'm not the man I think I am at all. Oh no, no, no. I'm the Rocket Man. Rocket Man burning out. Oh, shocker! They announced the next 7-star den. 7-star normal Rillaboom. Which is interesting because that doesn't have many answers for fighting types. Like, you could probably solo that with Iron Hands. That's one of the rare dens one of the rare 7-star dens you could probably solo with Iron Hands. Or probably even, probably Iron Hands. Or Annihilate, but probably Iron Hands. Like, unless it gets aerial. Yeah, acrobatics. That's true. Because, like, I know Delphox was deceptively hard. Especially considering people still insisted on bringing stupid Koraidon. Like, even if it wasn't a fairy type, it's part psychic. Why would you bring a fighting type? But yeah, actually, Koraidon probably wouldn't be too bad either. Yeah, I think it's gonna be a long, long time till touchdown brings me round again to find I'm not the man you think I am at all. Oh no, no, no. I'm a rocket man. I mean, there's a good chance, I guess it could have acrobatics, but like, normal Terra type Rillaboom seems very weird. Because like, the only really big normal type move it gets is Fake Out. I'm a rocket man. Rocket man. Long time. But yeah, acrobatics won't be too bad against Iron Hands because the electric typing does, you know, kind of neutralize its flying weakness. Yeah, I think Iron Hands might be a good play for this. No. Oh yeah, boom. I guess it could have Boom Burst. But the thing about that is, like, Rillaboom doesn't have the best special attack, and a lot of these dens have tried to focus more on their dominant stat. Facade, yeah, okay, Facade could be a problem. But I mean, as long as you don't status hits, that wouldn't be as bad an issue. I mean, yeah, it's gonna still get the Terra boost, but with me home. But yeah, again, like, a lot of times with these dens, they're usually focusing on moves that would be kind of their that would be really well. Or Body Slam or Giga Impact. Yeah, okay, there's a lot it could use then. Yeah, okay, I get it. It gets a lot of really good normal type moves that most of which aren't normally used on the competitive sets. Yeah. But it still seems like Iron Hands might be the best play for that. Although, a lot of times, when it comes to these events, I've tended to notice that my immediate thought on what could be good generally isn't. So what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do what I did with Delphox, where I'm gonna wait probably. I'm gonna wait till like the second day and figure when people start actually putting stuff out. You remember it gets high horse? Yes, that is true. It gets high horsepower. I forgot about that. And high horsepower is something it actually does sometimes use in competitive, because high horsepower isn't affected by grassy terrain and earthquake. Yeah, earthquake it probably won't have because it's probably gonna have grass. It's probably gonna have grassy surge, but it could very well have high. It could very well have high horsepower. That's actually interesting too, because a lot of the stuff that would resist flying, it doesn't have high horsepower anymore in Gen 9. Okay, so then it's not gonna have Earthquake, because that's gonna have its damage reduced by Grassy Surge. So either it doesn't have Earthquake, or it doesn't have Grassy Surge. And these always have the hidden ability. That's weird, though, that it doesn't get high horsepower in this generation. Like, Grassy Glide I can kind of understand, even though they might be... There's a theory that they're introducing tutors in the DLC, or they're bringing tutors back in the DLC. It gets Stomping Tantrum, Earthquake, Earth Power, and Bulldoze. Yeah, Stomping Tantrum kind of makes sense. Ooh. Oh no, if it has Stomping Tantrum and Fake Out, that's a problem. That's a problem. Because there's no way it doesn't have Fake Out. Oh my god. This is a Terra raid that actually scares me. Because if it has Fake Out and Stomping Tantrum, it's gonna obviously lead with Fake Out. But what's to stop it from going for a second Fake Out, it failing, and then going for Stomping Tantrum next turn? It won't have Fake... What do you mean? What makes you think it won't have Fake Out? Like, we've had Terra raid bosses with egg moves before, right? Have a strong null move for the stab. Okay, so Body Slam. Probably Body Slam. I don't think it'll have Giga Impact. I've yet to see a Terra boss use a recharge move. So Body Slam or Facade seems like the most likely option. I don't think it'll have Giga Impact or take down or Hyper Beam. Boom Burst probably isn't likely because Rillaboom. Let me check its stats again, but I don't think it has the best special attack. Let me check real quick. Yeah, its special attack is base 60. There's no way. Probably, yeah, Body Slam seems most likely. Although, given, you know, the prominence of Drifblim sometimes with NPCs, there is always the chance it could have Facade too. Try to discourage getting burnt. Try to discourage someone burning it to lower its attack. But yeah, Body Slam is probably the most likely option. But again, it is possible it could have Fake Out too. Because usually with these 7-star dens, since I think I want to say since the Cinderace, they've had like one move that they immediately fire off, right? Thinking Body Slam, Brick Break, Hammer Arm, Drum Beating, Stomping Tantrum with the action moves of Sword Stance and Grassy Terrain. Grassy Terrain might not be necessary considering it's probably going to have Grassy Surge. Although I could be wrong about that because it could try to set up another Grassy Terrain after. I'm trying to think, is that the last starter we're missing besides like the whatever starters are going to be in the DLC? I think Rillaboom's the last one we're missing. Because the other two trios of what was it? The Unovan starters. The other three trios, the Unovan starters, the Alolan starters, the last starter coded in, right? Yeah. Because there's still Feraligatr, there's still the Totodile line, the Chikorita line, the Popplio line, the Litten line. Basically, every starter line except for Sinnoh and Hoenn. But yeah, Kanto, Johto, Unova, and Alola are the only ones that don't have the rest of their trios coded in. So we got Charizard right off the bat because of fucking course we did. I do find that weird though that Incineroar and Primarina are probably getting their raids next. Probably leading into the DLC. They'll probably get them leading into the DLC, to be perfectly honest. You're right. But it's very interesting, because, like, I assume Incineroar probably be fighting. But what about Primarina? Psychic, maybe? Because, like, I feel like they've kind of tried to go for different Terra types each time, right? Right now they aren't technically in the game. Yeah. They're not. Neither are Blastoise and Venusaur or Emboar or Superior or I think that's it. Or yeah, Meganium or Feraligatr. And those ones would be interesting to try to figure out their Terra types if they would introduce those. Like Incineroar, you could say maybe fighting, but then that's kind of overlapping with what Cinderace did. And with every Terra type, every Terra raid they've introduced, it's been something different every time. So the only Terra types they haven't done yet for these raids are Dark, Dark. No, there's not Dragon. Dark. Fire. Dark, Fire, Grass. Ground. Psychic. Yeah. Incineroar being ground would be interesting because, I mean, it gets Earthquake. Primarina being Psychic makes sense, though, because that immediately counters its... That immediately discourages people from bringing in Poison types against it. Incineroar being ground is, I guess, probably the only other option, but, like, besides that, I'm trying to think of, like, what other typings we have that we're missing. And realistically, without overlapping, there's Grass, there's Fire, there's Dark. Yeah. And they might not be added until the DLC comes out. Because we know the starters are coded into at least one of the DLC Pokédexes. I think the data mining showed that the starters are in at least one of the DLC Pokédexes, but like, yeah, then you got like the issue of, like, you know, what would Emboar would if they did Emboar, they could potentially, I guess, do a Dark type Emboar. But then, you know, you run into the issues of, like, Superior, Feraligatr, and Meganium. Without overlapping. Because, like, Superior could probably be a Dragon Terra type. Oh god, imagine Water Terra type, Imagine Water Terra type Emboar, because Emboar actually gets Scald. But its special attack is ass, so there's that too. But yeah, if they're not added in before the DLC, they're probably. I'm guessing if those do get 7-star dens, they'll probably be for the DLC. Because don't forget, event dens didn't end when the DLC came out for Sword and Shield. I actually checked. I think right now the only starters that don't have their data in a Pokédex, don't have their data that weren't found in the data mine. I think they might have been the Sinnoh starters. Let me check real fast. So we have the Kanto starters. We have the Johto starters. We have Hoenn. Oh, no, we do have the Sinnoh starters. Oh, we actually don't have the Unova starters. Huh. Interesting. The Unova starters, the other Unova starters in Tepig, the Tepig lines and the Snivy lines aren't in the data mine list I have here. You have obviously the Kalos starters because they just finished those. You have and then you have the Alola and oh wait, hang on. Okay, that's actually interesting. Because even though we have all the Alola starters... Okay, then this list I have must be out of date. Because the Alola starters don't... Because, sorry, the Galar starters aren't mentioned in the DLC list. Either. But except for Cinderace. That's weird that Cinderace is the only one not included in the DLC when it's also one that was added, like it was one of the first starters to get a 7-star den. A 7-star. It was like literally the second 7-star raid. Excuse me, sir. You're being very rude right now. And I do not appreciate that. You're being very rude right now, sir. Oh, ma'am. Oh, madam. Okay, the next monkey that goes after me is going to eat an air slash. This includes home transfer, so maybe that's why. Fair enough, but I mean, like, again, the other two members of the Unova trio, the Unova starter trio, aren't on that list either. So unless the Unova starters are the next, unless the remaining two Unova starters are going to be the next two 7-star raids. He's gotta be strong and he's gotta be fast and he's gotta be alive. I will take this to 1400 and then I'll call it a night. Somewhere after midnight in the wildest fantasy. I'm gonna go to Cortando for these last ones. Just kind of let the fresh batch of eggs. I'm gonna look up the list. I'm gonna look up a list on Google. So I'm gonna activate the old autopilot initiative while we're doing this. All right. Running Pokemon leak. Now this is a leak, so it's not. Okay, so all right, so this is like the latest one I can find. So, got the Kanto starters. You got Ekans, Arbok. Most of the Kanto Pokedex, essentially. That wasn't already in the game. Most of the Johto Dex that wasn't already in the game. Poindex, a huge chunk of it. Again, pretty much looks like most of the decks of most of the I gotta up that before I forget. Most of what was already in most of what wasn't already in Scarlet and Violet. Still nothing about the Unova starters. Because for the Unova decks, you have Blitzel, Zebstrika, Drillbur, Excadrill, Timber, Girder, Conkeldurr, Sawaddle, Swadloon, Levani, Cottony, Whimsicott, Scraggy, Scrafty, Minccino, Chinchino, Solosis, Duosion, Reuniclus, Ducklet, Swanna, Joltik, Galvantula, Litwick, Lampent, Chandelure, Mienfoo, Mienshao, Golett, Golug, Vullaby, Mandibuzz, Vullaby and Mandibuzz. That's what wasn't already confirmed. That's just what's rumored from the Unova side of it. And then, like, there's only 4 Pokemon from the Galar decks. And that's Milcery, Alcremie, Morpeko, and Duraludon. And most of those stars are probably home transfer only. It's possible, but like... Wait, no. Now that I think about it, I think the, when the Hoenn starters were brought into Sword and Shield, they were only transferable after the Crown Tundra came out, even though they didn't have Pokédex entries. Okay, so that kind of makes sense then. If I remember correctly, I think the Hoenn starters were the only other starter trio obtainable. Oh wait, no, sorry. Then you had the Alola starters, which were pretty much introduced like right as the right heading into the Isle of Armor. So okay. So like even though Bulbasaur and Squirtle were part of the armor decks, I completely forgot about the Alola starters for a bit there. Well, that's interesting. To whisper of light. You can only get one Alola starter though? Yeah, but you could transfer the rest in. Yeah, only one Bulbasaur or Squirrel. Yes, but you can transfer the rest in. That was kind of what I was referring to with that, right? Yeah. Lifelite. spine of flame and past a name on torch against the cold of the night. Okay. Okay. Might be a bell, might not turn out okay, you know you. My favorite starter? Oh, I don't know. Probably Infernape. And I love the way you hurt me. It's irresistible. Whoa, whoa, oh yeah. Whoa, whoa, yeah. I love the way, I love the way, I love the way you hurt me, babe. I love the way. Station, truly free loving, baby. Inflict and to me. Wasn't not enough. Enough blood in the way. Ooh, I might not be able to finish. Okay. Well, this is gonna have to be my last batch for the night, unless I can somehow get 2 more eggs in the next 10 minutes. Away, system. Oh, 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 yeah. Oh, 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 yeah. I love the way, I love the way, I love the way. Alright, so this is gonna be our last batch for the night, I think, because there's no way I can get to 1400 for the last of it, so. I mean, that's fine. That's fine. One jump ahead of the sun, one swing ahead of the sword. I steal only what I can't afford. That's everything. One jump ahead of the road, and that's no joke. These guys don't appreciate I'm broke. Free right, scoundrel, take that. Just a little snack, guys. Rip him up and take it back, guys. I can take a hint, gotta face facts. You're my only friend of blue. He's become a one-man rising crime. I blame parents except he hasn't got 'em. Gotta eat to live, gotta steal to tell you all about it when I got the time. One jump ahead, folks, skip doom. Next time I'm going to use a gnome to plume. To the flock, I think I'll take. Not be too hasty. Damn it! Gotta still eat. Not yet. Yeah. Literally, what does it take to just look and see? I think that's it. Oh, that's it. Okay. Quick, but I'm goes. Alright, well that is going to be it for us tonight. Unfortunately, like I said, we couldn't end on 1400, but you know, we'll do what we do. Anyways, with all that out of the way, thank you all so much for joining in. If you would like to follow on social media or join our awesome Discord community, links as always are in the chat off to the side. We will be back on Thursday night to not only continue our Masuda Roulette grind, try to see if we can get another shiny starter, but we'll be going back to our hunt for shiny Spinarak as well in Pokemon Ultra Sun. So, that is going to be it for us tonight. Thank you all so much for joining in. And until then, I'm Kira Kennedy. Thank you all so much for joining in. I think I said that multiple times already, but and I will see you later. Peace!